In the early 1930s, Carl Jung visited Ravenna, Italy. He went to the Baptistry of Neon, one of the city's most religious sites. Inside, he was captivated by 4 mosaics: the baptism of Christ and the Israelites crossing the Red Sea, and a couple of others. He vividly recalled the Blue Sea and even individual mosaic chips. Jung wanted photographs, but none were available. Later, when a friend planned to visit Ravenna, Jung asked him to send pictures of the mosaics. The response was shocking. The mosaics didn't exist. Confused, Jung contacted the friend who had been with him in Ravenna. She also remembered the mosaics. She recalled the scenes and colors in detail. Eventually, Jung learned these mosaics had existed, but were destroyed in a fire centuries ago. Yet he described them perfectly. This experience changed Jung's views on consciousness and time. His Ravenna experience remains one of the most compelling cases of a time slip witnessed by 2 people, including one of the world's most respected psychiatrists. In 1979, 2 British couples, Jeff and Pauline Simpson and Len and Cynthia Gisby, were driving through France on vacation. It was late, so they stopped at a quaint, old-fashioned hotel. Everything about the place seemed outdated. The furnishings were antiques. There was no elevator and no electricity. The only light came from oil lamps. The next morning, the couples had a simple breakfast and were shocked at how inexpensive everything was. On their return trip, they decided to stay at the hotel again, but couldn't find it. Locals had never heard of it. Even stranger, when their film was developed, there were no photographs of the hotel. The photos should have been in the middle of the roll, but there were no blanks, not even in the negatives. It was as if the hotel and their stay never happened, yet all 4 remembered it clearly. In 1999, Sebastian Rains needed a break after his divorce, so he took a trip to New York City. He did the usual tourist things: museums, art galleries, and a Broadway show.
What show did he see?
I really don't think it's important to the story.
It will help me understand the man.
He saw Cats.
Thank you. Now I know everything I need to know about this moron.
Look, Cats the movie was terrible, but the Broadway show wasn't so bad.
I just lost a little respect for you.
After the show, he found
a bucket to throw up in.
After the show, he found a small 1960s-style cafe near his hotel in the East Village. New York had a few vintage diners, and he was excited to check it out. Every detail was perfect. Coca-Cola bottles with names molded into thick glass, the waitress in a tie-dye shirt, a man with long hair playing music from the 60s on his guitar.
Yeah, they even had authentic dirty hippies.
They did. And he had a great meal. The portions were huge and the food was good. But the best part, his full meal cost $3.25. The next day, he spent the day exploring more of New York. But after that, he headed straight back to that diner. He'd been thinking about it all day. But when he got there, the diner was gone. There was just an old boarded-up building with fire damage. He walked around the neighborhood for almost 2 hours looking for the place with no luck. Not far from the burned-out building, he met a woman in her late 60s. Sebastian asked her about the diner. She said it was right there, gesturing toward the boarded-up building. She said she used to eat there all the time. Sebastian asked what she meant by used to. She explained that the diner had a kitchen fire in 1974, destroying the place, and the building had been empty for over 25 years. Sebastian Rains came to explore the history of New York. He had no idea he'd somehow become part of it. He had a great time at the diner that night. But most people don't enjoy time slips. They usually feel uneasy. They sense something isn't quite right. But there's one man whose time slip experience absolutely terrified him. And his story is unusual. He didn't travel to a different time. A different time traveled to him.